Hi everyone! After reading the title, many of you might be watching this video with some skepticism, wondering how something could be easy and still guarantee profit. But I encourage you to watch until the end. I'm confident this video will help you become profitable because it will change the way you think about investing. Most people define investing as buying an asset with the hope that it will generate income or be sold at a higher price in the future. However, this definition has caused financial hardship for countless people. They put their savings or large sums of money into certain assets, other than keeping it in the bank, hoping it will generate future profits. Yet, in many cases, those assets never actually produce returns. Instead, I'd like to define investing from a different perspective. Investing is using the resources you already have over a long period of time without spending too much daily time, following a proper method with the goal of generating future benefits. It sounds simple, but let's break it down and compare it to planting a tree. First, available resources are what you already possess. In planting, that's the seed. In terms of money, it's the savings you've accumulated, not borrowed funds. Personally, when it comes to investing, I believe it should involve a long-term mindset. Borrowing money to invest, in my view, is no longer true investing. In the worst-case scenario, you could end up in a very difficult situation, constantly under pressure to repay both principal and interest. However, investing is not only about money. Even if you don't have money, you still have many resources: your effort, intelligence, and relationships. Using resources over a long period of time means that investing does not bring immediate results. Just like a seed cannot bear fruit after a few days, it needs time to grow into a tree before producing fruit. At the same time, it shouldn't take too much daily time. When planting a tree, you only need to water and care for it properly each day. The rest of the time is for other work. You don't spend hours staring at it to see how much it has grown. If something takes too much of your daily time, it becomes more like a job than an investment. Some people spend most of their day managing numerous investments across industries. In that case, investing becomes their job. So if you borrow money to invest, or if you trade stocks or cryptocurrency and spend excessive time every day watching price fluctuations and letting emotions control you, that's no longer investing, it's work. Trading can be considered a job because you dedicate daily time to it, and if you're skilled, it can generate stable monthly income. In my opinion, when you invest in an asset, you shouldn't think about it too much. Treat it as if it doesn't exist. The more you obsess over it, the more likely you are to make emotional decisions. If you borrow money, you can't help but think about it constantly. That's the problem. This is one reason many people profit more from real estate than from stocks. With stocks, you can check prices daily and buy or sell easily. With land, it's harder and more time-consuming to observe and transact. If land prices fluctuated visibly every day like stocks, many people would panic and sell at the wrong time due to fear or bad news. The final part of the definition is the goal of generating future benefits. It's not always about money, it's about achieving a desired outcome. If you plant a tree and only water it when you feel like it, not caring whether it withers or bears fruit, that's just a hobby, not investing. The old definition emphasizes hope, which is a dangerous word. Many people invest purely based on hope, buying land, stocks, or crypto simply because others made money from it. Those people may have had knowledge, experience, or just good timing. Without a proper method, investing becomes gambling. When we understand this, we can apply the concept differently. First, we can invest in ourselves by learning new skills, like a foreign language. Your resource is your effort. Methods are widely available online. Long-term means not expecting results in just a few days. Each day, dedicate a small amount of time without letting it consume your main responsibilities. Only when that skill becomes your primary career should you devote more time to it. I applied this approach to learn English, Japanese, typing with 10 fingers, improving my voice, exercising daily, and eventually trading and investing.
When I was in university, my main focus was studying. Later, I worked to support myself and spent a little time each day learning trading. Now it has become my main profession. So, if you want to quit your job to pursue trading, apply this investment mindset. Learn along with your current job instead of quitting immediately without sufficient knowledge or results. Your current job is already a successful investment of your past effort. Why abandon it prematurely? Quitting creates pressure to succeed quickly, which violates the long-term principle of investing. You can also apply this mindset to building digital assets, like YouTube or social media channels. Most people already have the basic resources: effort, a phone, or a computer. Methods are freely shared online. The key is consistency over a long period without expecting immediate results. Spend a little time daily, follow a proper plan, and don't obsess over metrics or compare yourself to others. Many creators see little growth in the first 1 or 2 years, but if they persist, growth can suddenly become explosive. The difficulty isn't the method, it's the patience. This mindset also applies to raising children. Some parents focus only on making money and neglect their kids, or they spoil them excessively, resulting in failed investments. Others spend consistent daily time talking and teaching their children. Growth takes time. They don't need to supervise every minute, just steady, consistent effort. It applies to relationships, too. Small, consistent acts of care without expecting immediate returns can build long-lasting bonds. Even in trading, I follow this investment mindset. I don't aim for one big winning trade. I manage risk carefully using proper risk-reward ratios. There will be wins and losses. In a few days, profits may seem small, but by consistently following the method, capital grows gradually over time. All these examples follow the same formula: available resources, long-term duration, not too much daily time, proper method, clear future objective. When applied correctly, this formula produces good results. Now, let's talk about reading books daily. Many people say reading every day leads to success. Is that investing? In my experience, not necessarily. I used to read many books, but I forgot most of what I read. I only noticed real change when I spent more time doing rather than reading. In trading, I improved by observing price movements and drawing my own lessons. In communication, I struggled because I spent too much time with books and computers. Reading feels inspiring, but applying knowledge is much harder. Too much information can overwhelm you. Eventually, I stopped reading excessively and focused on simple actions, like smiling more in conversations. Just smiling can create goodwill and make communication easier. Books contain valuable knowledge, but our time is limited. When new information enters, old information fades, unless applied. Reading develops memory and knowledge accumulation, which is useful in certain professions, but it doesn't automatically make you skilled in everything. So, investing time in reading is beneficial if your goal requires knowledge retention, like exams or professional expertise. But if you want to build a skill, learn a method and apply it immediately. I remind myself, read less, do more. These days, I read novels or comics mainly for entertainment. For practical knowledge, I prefer videos because they're more vivid and easier to remember. The key is clarity about your investment goal. Don't follow the crowd blindly. Ask yourself, what return will this investment generate? Does it align with my goals? Is it suitable for me? This video offers a different perspective on investing. It may not fit everyone. Take it as a reference and apply it only if you truly understand and find value in it. I hope you clearly define your goals, create a plan, and start investing as early as possible. Stay persistent with your investments. Goodbye, and see you in the next video.